EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Washington football team. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. To return it, Darius Phillips. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now a play fake. Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully. Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? Yeah, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that. They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing now is Carr. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
And they'll run here with Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st down, Gibson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
On the return, Phillips. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of... And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading into a Washington touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, Phillips. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Running is Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So naturally, they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
On play action. Now Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. From the gun now on third down, Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Carr. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Carr to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 4. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too. Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Howell. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Howell. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there? Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you... And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And that's complete to Adams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. To throw is Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. And this works out well, as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The final shot before break. Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First down, here's White. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play action. Howell. Taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play there for the Raiders.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Throw left side, complete to Isabella. Touchdown, Raiders! Andy Isabella with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Once more, Gibson.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to go up top again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Troy Apke. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Powell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jalen Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
Carr going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now Carr. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And the catch made by Johnson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Powell over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Off the play fake. Howell. Flushed out right. Going for it all. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off play action. Howell looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all